everybody, welcome back to my channel. You can see I got Destro out here. I got my custom Cobra Commander. I got my custom Baroness with a new motorcycle. I picked this up. This is a 1/12 scale Harley Davidson. I figured since I'm probably not going to be able to pick one of those original figures up, I had to make my own and get my own motorcycle. Anyways, I got the Cobra Island figures. I got these two. Were the only ones I was able to come across so far, but surprisingly enough, Amazon came through today and I got my Arctic Missions Storm Shadow much earlier than expected, which was kind of a nice surprise. I don't know what Arctic Missions Storm Shadow is going to be doing while everybody else is on Cobra Island, but it's still a nice surprise to get the figure, so I thought I'd open it up and do a review. So here's the box. The box art is basically Storm Shadow down here. They got the box art on this side of Storm Shadow, and they got the window, some different emblems in there. He of course is box 14. So I actually didn't look, but the Roadblock Cobra Island is 11. So this is supposed to be after that wave, I guess, and it goes back to the original artwork on the back of the box, which is actually a really nice drawing. So I did like this artwork on the other boxes. They did have a different Cobra Island box. It had a map on the back. If you look at the figure in the box, it actually looks really good. It is Arctic Missions, so we don't have anybody to go on an Arctic mission with him, except if we use Shang-Chi as Quick Kick. He can go on an Arctic mission because in the cartoon, Quick Kick used to run around in the snow with bare feet and no shirt. Anyways, let's open them up and see what he's got. Okay, we got the figure out of the package. We got all the accessories here, so let's kind of take a look at them. One, we have a sheath, right? And this sheath is for the katana. You got like a nice silver blade with a white handle, and you got a sheath here. Let's see if it fits down in there nicely. Look at that. Fits nicely and doesn't even fall out of that. So it's actually kind of nice. It's a nice setup. You got a, looks like a pickaxe or some sort of fighting tool. You got a bow. Has some good coloring on it. It has like some gold, it's gold and black. Looks really nice. It does not have like a string across here, so you just use your imagination when he does the drawback on that bow. And he does come with one free arrow, which was kind of a cool idea. I kind of wish with the Scarlet and her crossbow there was one free arrow, but they didn't have that. And then you have a sheath with a whole bunch of arrows or quivers in there. And unlike the other one being completely white and having the feathers filled out, these are all gold. You can just use your imagination there for how those would be. They look really nice, right? We'll take another look at the bow. Looks really good. And he does come with a grappling hook, and which is interesting about this grappling hook is there's actually a string attached here, so that if you wanted to throw this up in a tree and have him climbing, we just have to untie that and see how long that string is. So let's just take a closer look at the figure. He's got this hood that's over his head here, and it's kind of loose fitting, so I'm sure that pops off nicely. But let's just take a closer look at that face with the hood. Looks pretty good all the way around. So we're going to take a look at the torso here. It looks good. He's got like the black with the white blending down, which is nice, kind of like the snowfall. And he's got the peg in the back. He's got this really soft, pliable plastic right here around his waist. And he's got these, I wouldn't say they're shin guards. These are more like calf guards and knee pads. And then what is also interesting is he's actually not wearing shoes. He's wearing these like the free toe or something like that on his shoe. Well, I guess they're supposed to be shoes, but it looks like the toe is sort of free on that to give him a little bit more dexterity in the snow. So with the hood on, he does look down, and well, he doesn't really look back that much. His head does, but the hood doesn't actually show it. It's got back and forth movement. He's got the extra joint right here, but he only comes up about this far, and that extra joint kind of like goes to waste a little bit when you turn his arm back, because it sort of catches on there, so it doesn't give him that back motion. He does have a double jointed elbow, which gives him more than 90 degrees, which is nice. And then he's got his wrist movement here, which is pretty good. He's got the upper body clicking, right? And then he's got waist movement. He's got the good splits. He's got good leg movements. He's got an upper leg motion. He's got the foot. He does not have another movement here in his leg, but he does have a double jointed knee, which gives him about that much movement, which is pretty good. And let's pop this off really quick. It was super easy to come off, which makes it look really good. And he's got his helmet on underneath, and that actually looks really kind of cool. So even without the hood, I think this figure looks actually really nice. So let's just stick that back on, because what we're going to do is I'm going to pull out my Arctic Missions Storm Shadow, and we can take a look at them side by side, and you can see where the similarities are. The funny thing is, I just realized that, like, I haven't taken this one out, but when I move this arm, that other arm moves up and down. I think there's some sort of a gear in there that does that, so I don't think this is the same as those other ones that I had taken apart in the past where you change the rubber band out. Let's gear him up and see what it looks like with all his stuff on. So I geared him up with most of his stuff, and there's two pegs. There's a peg on the back of this, and the sword fits in there, or you can just put a sword on the back without the quivers, which is kind of nice. But I did notice that if I stuck the end of that arrow into his fingertip there, I could get a pretty good hold on him as if he's drawing back that bow and getting ready to fire it off. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think it looks really good. So I'm kind of glad that Arctic Mission Storm Shadows has joined the Legion there and added to Cobra's numbers, because they didn't seem very many up until this guy came in the mail. Unfortunately, he's stuck in the snow, and he won't be joining anybody on Cobra Island anytime soon. Anyways, thanks for checking out my review. I really appreciate it. If you like the channel, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget, come back for more.